up in Leeds. It's Premier League darts tomorrow night, and it should be quite the atmosphere. I'm working on the basis that most people in Leeds support Leeds.
That's
the way it tends to work. And so it'll be a real party atmosphere. And one of their own, of course, will be in attendance. He won there last year, so certainly didn't buckle under the pressure of the locals. It is Luke Humphries. Hi, Luke.
Hi, how are you? Okay.
Good, thank you. Well, you must have been I mean, look, you knew you were up, but to have won the title must have been a beautiful thing, a nice thing to cap it off.
Yeah, it was. You know, I was watching the game against Plymouth. We kind of looked a bit flat, to be honest. And I kind of worried that we'd done all the hard work and we weren't going to finish the job off. But you know, great goal in the 90th minute. I was jumping around my hotel room. I was in Germany, and it was a great moment to see us pick the trophy. I kind of felt like we deserved it. You know, we've been such a great attacking team, and you know, you got to feel a little bit for Burnley, who've been fantastic as well. But I'm really glad that we got the trophy.
We discovered around the victory parade that Daniel Farke's staying. I mean, were you in that school saying, yeah, he definitely deserves a chance in the Premier League?
Yeah, 100%. I'm glad he's staying. I think it's too harsh to sack a manager after they've done what you've asked them to do. You know, they've asked him to get us up, and he has. You can't ask any more. For me, I think I know why people were worried because of, you know, him being up with Norwich and then coming down, but I do feel like they didn't really back him as much as I think Leeds will. I think they've got to back him and give him the option to be able to buy the sort of players that he wants and give him a fair crack at it, because I think he plays an exciting attacking flair of football. So for me, definitely the right decision to keep him. You know, he's a fantastic manager. He's done it 3 times now, getting teams up from the Championship. So, yeah, he deserves his fair shot at the Premier League.
Yeah, and I think he'll need to make a good start. I mean, that's how it goes without saying. And then otherwise he will be under pressure. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I'm going to ask you about, before we talk about the Premier League tomorrow night, a viral moment with you in Germany. Which was quite an odd thing where you seemed to take a drink of water without actually picking it up. What was that?
It was really hot in the arena, and the glass was just dripping with water, from the edges, because it was so cold. Mm-hmm. And if you mix your sticky hands with water, it just creates such a horrible feeling on your hands, and you can't really let go of the dart. So I just thought, no hands.
Good, brilliant, well done.
It all makes sense now.
It does make sense.
It was like those things you see in sort of gift shops sometimes, the little birds that sort of peck at the water. It looked like one of those.
It just stopped me from getting too much water on my hands, and it helped me because it was so warm in that venue on Saturday night. And
I don't know if you are a superstitious person. Did you play well after that? You're going to be drinking water like that at every game now?
Well, I didn't do it in the next game and I didn't win, so maybe I have to keep that up.
So you said you won there. You won at the First Direct Arena last year, and if the atmosphere was great, then it's going to be even better tonight, isn't it? I'm sure everybody's going to be right up for this after the victory parade and winning the title at the weekend. Yeah,
I think last year when I played it, the atmosphere was amazing, but there was a bit of anxiety from the fans, maybe because we were in the playoffs, and whereas this year we won the league. There's been such a great party atmosphere over the last 6 to 7 days. You've seen obviously on Monday the incredible scenes with the parade. So I do feel like the whole city of Leeds is in a buzz at the moment. So I'm hoping they're going to bring that on tomorrow night and give me loads of support, and I can sort of flourish on it and play well.
MVG you're playing, so a tough quarter-final.
Yeah, it's not an easy game for myself. I've got a great winning record against him, but he's under a lot of pressure because he's fighting out for that 4th spot at the moment. I'm sort of looking pretty decent for the O2 already. So, the only pressure will be on my shoulders will be the fact that obviously I want to do well in Leeds, but winning that first game is pivotal for me because, I just want to give the fans something to cheer about.
Yeah, you are pretty much there, the finals, it would feel. But, I mean, obviously you don't want to relax because you want to stay in form, don't you? It's that thing about a bit like Sunderland, isn't it? Knowing you're in the playoffs and easing off, then you've got to pick up your game when you get to the finals.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes when you think you've done the hard bit, you can kind of relax and sort of, you don't have that sort of care attitude. But I'm always sort of, every time I'm on a Thursday night, I really want to win the night. Like you say, it gives you confidence. And when you're going into finals night, you don't really want to have lost every first round game, like 3 or 4 on the trot. You want to be going into full of confidence, winning mentality. So for me, obviously this is a perfect night for me to come about because I can really get up for it and hopefully challenge to win tomorrow night.
And you'll get to the final minimum because all the players we've spoken to in this slot have either got to the final or won it. Yeah, it's been amazing. Nothing to do with us at all.
No, it's just we've been a bit of a good luck charm, I think. You're not the only player who've talked about the scheduling. You said you're in Germany at the weekend. It is pretty relentless. I mean, how are you feeling about the kind of schedule of just the sheer amount of games you're playing, the amount of travelling you're doing at the moment? Not just you, all the players.
Yeah, it's hard work. It really is. I mean, if you played in absolutely everything, you would burn yourself out because there is so much darts, and it's 5-6 days a week that you'd be playing and travelling. But you have the option of not playing in everything. You don't have to play in everything. Of course, every Thursday night and the night before for the Premier League, I have to be there. Of course, I'm contracted to do that. But anything else, I can pick and choose what I play. So, I have been doing that a little bit. I've been missing a few events here and there, especially ones that are abroad, because they're really grueling. They take it out of you. And, I feel like sometimes you have to take a step back a little bit and not play in everything. And that's why I feel fresh now, because I've not been doing too much. So, yeah, I feel really good, and that's a good thing for me tomorrow as well.
When you're having those breaks, do you train? Do you still practice, Luke, or do you try and just step away from it and completely get away from the game for a couple of days?
I mean, if I've got like 5-6 days off, I won't throw for the first 2 days. You completely have a break from it, and then 3 days before you're about to go to another event, I'll start practicing again. 1 or 2 hours a day to make sure that you're disciplined. You don't want to just not play for 6 days and expect to turn up on the Thursday night and think you're going to play well. You have to stay. Your practice has to stay in there, and you have to keep making sure that you're ready for the next night.
I don't know what your football skills are like. Have you seen the Luke Littler penalty? Have you seen this?
No, I haven't, Andy. No.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a good footballer, to be fair, Luke. I didn't think it was the best penalty, to be honest. I might have to have a word with him tomorrow. He kind of scuffed it a little bit, but yeah, he's a talented footballer. He's got a good left foot on him.
Oh, so do you have a kick about now and again, sort of, about all of you?
We don't, because we don't really get a chance to be honest. I'd love it. I used to play football when I was younger. I used to be a really good goalkeeper, so but I was also decent out on the field as well. So I kind of miss it. I miss playing football a lot, and it'd be nice if all the lads could go out and have a kick about sometime, to be honest.
That's right. Weren't you on the books of a pro club, Luke? Is that right?
No, I had. No, that was Nathan Aspinall. I think he put Stockport.
Well, he got a lot of goalkeepers among the darts players. Yeah,
but I used to play for like the best team in Berkshire, Phil Tigers they were called, when I was a kid, and that's where all the Reading scouts used to come and stuff. So yeah, I was close, but I was never really dedicated to football. I was just pretty good at it.
You can't be going in goal. You can't be busting a finger. It's your living, isn't it? Yeah. Well, look, we wish you well tomorrow, Luke. I hope it goes well, and and congratulations on the promotion. I'll see you back in the Premier League next year. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
There we are. Luke Humphries there. I think very much the favourite, the home boy tomorrow night in Leeds at the First Direct Arena. And we'll be right across it here on talkSPORT too. Don't forget the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Dance and Mark Wilson and our excellent commentators and pundits bringing you the best of darts on the radio. They said it wouldn't work. They were wrong. It's a great listen.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.